Hey, Jackson. How are you doing? I'm gonna play some more Buried today. Hey, Void. I had a long couple of days. I wanted to play a little more this weekend than I got to, but then it got to now, and I was like, well, I don't want to not play. I want to play. Summer vacation, sunny Nintendo music to chill on the beach to. That sounds good enough. Of course. It's late. It's much later than I normally stream, so probably a lot of people are asleep. I stream very often in what is like the late morning for me, so I get a ton of European viewers. But when I start streaming now, it's like 1:30, 2:30 in the morning for those guys. But yeah, let's play some Buried, shall we? The Buried guide is pretty much almost done. In that Wizard, the editor, sent me the draft just before which I was reviewing, and it looks very good. Hey, Gaminator. Hey, Yamato. Yeah, I had a busy couple days. Spent a lot of time with family today, but... Hey, how's it going? I saw you earlier today in Nutbus and Justin's stream. Alright. I need to not make the critical mistake. Yeah, Nate. Or Nate? Was it Nate or was it Justin? Whoever it was. He was playing, Black Ops. He was playing Origins. Shoot, I should know. I subscribed to him because his chat was in sub-only mode. I knew, I was like, I've seen him on my streams before. I want to pop in and say hi. And then I open up his stream and I'm like, he's in sub-only mode. Fuck me, I guess I'm sub. Do I have a war machine? I do. Okay. Hey, how's it going? Oh yeah, I'm doing well. Good evening, how's the run feeling? The run feels good. I'm glad to be back. I'm gonna play for however long until I get bored, which we'll see. Maybe I'll play till like midnight or like a little over 3 hours. If I'm feeling tired, I'll probably stop before then. I don't know, I just want to keep picking away, because this is a long game, or at least it's going to be a long game. I guess it already is a long game, to be fair. But I'm very serious about trying to push this for the full, 90 hours that it's going to take. I really, really want to get this. And the thing with these long games is that I have a life, and so it takes me a while. Hey, Wizard. I don't know, I'm assuming you saw my message. Or at least, I'm assuming this is your response. Yes, it is. It didn't need the quotation marks. Okay, I mean, I'll trust you. It probably doesn't matter. Don't feel like you have to re-record it if whatever you saw said quotation marks are not necessary. Either way, it won't matter, because I'm going to put the version that I sent in the description, and I trust that people will just copy-paste what's written there. Hey, Smoked. I want to lower the music a little bit, actually. Hold on. Alright. Watch Mob Guide for your game. It helps? That's good to hear. I saw you in his chat earlier. Was it you that was saying you were on, like, 70-something on Mob? Or was that someone else in there? I thought that was you, right? Nice. The Buried Guide looks very good. You were at 79? Yeah, that was you.
Shatter their will.
Katina, thanks for the sub. Got your Doris 50 time down to an hour 16. That's pretty good. It's a nice fast 50. See, funnily enough, I have a lot of really great tips in general for high rounding. Speedrunning, not so much. Speedrunning is one of the things that I'm generally weaker at. I appreciated the music selection in the Buried video. I could tell there was a handful of, like, Western-sounding songs, if that makes sense. And I was like, that fits nicely. Thoughts on the new BO1 vote? I don't care. I will say, I kind of found it hilarious. Okay, was it just the response? Like, what was... I didn't see the vote when it was being voted, or at least I didn't care. Did they put a fucking literacy test on that vote? Were the first few questions, it was like, hey, which player does the zombies prioritize? They put a fucking literacy test? Like, Jesus. So on the nose. Hey, Max in a Box, how's it going? Thanks for stopping in. Like, the fact that they felt the need to put a literacy test for zombies on the vote is pathetic and really speaks to how poor the voting has been for all of the years that I have been part of the community. Which is why I made it clear I'm just done. I'm just done participating in any of that. Everyone else can decide on whatever rules they want to follow. I don't participate in their website anyway. I don't participate in all their bullshit. I just play the game how I want to play it and have fun with all of you. And if you disagree with how I play my game, I'm sorry. Don't watch it then. I don't know. Setting up on BO4 Classified, is the shield strat really best to get to 150, or there's something more interesting? It depends if you're running classics or megas, but honestly, shield strat I don't think is the best, regardless. But what you would do would change depending on which elixirs you're using. Ban plutonium? Not ban plutonium. Listen, I don't hate the concept of, like, promote anti-cheat measures, but I also will say, I do find it very ironic that Black Ops 2 basically patches out a bunch of errors that just exist in the game. Like, Transit 255 would not be possible if we had not patched out some of the errors that people deal with. but we did patch them out using our custom clients and whatnot, and now Transit 255 is possible. But despite that, people will refuse to patch out the ceiling spawn issue on Black Ops 1. Yeah, which again, like, I understand there's always going to be the debate of like, oh, well, it's not fair for PC players, it's not fair for console players. It's never going to be fair, all right? And I think maybe we should stop arguing over what should and shouldn't be allowed, and maybe we should just start having filters so that people can play they want to play, and people who are viewing the leaderboards can only view the runs that they think are legit by just clicking on a checkbox that says, hide all non-plutonium runs, hide all non-PC runs, or whatever. Like, just fucking add filters. And then we don't need to argue about anything. Everything should be on the site. It's just that some things should be hidden by default and some things should be shown by default. But everything should have a checkbox that says show or hide runs with XYZ, whatever. Controversial thing. Doesn't matter. When you start adding a fucking literacy test to your vote and you go, this vote's great. Yeah. I wonder if there's any other times when we've had literacy tests on a vote. Nikolai Queefin. I just saw that you ended your live stream. Oh, wait, I gotta trade out my war machine. Like an hour ago or something. I don't think you're playing more tonight, are you? Either way, that's my thoughts. And honestly, I don't want to talk about it. You might make the 9 thumbnail. Oh, okay, nice. Terra Maledicta. The video's real good. I'm looking forward to it. The Buried video came out very nicely. Oh, here's the other thing I was gonna say, Wizard. Do you, you obviously were the one who made the decision. Do you think it's better when I show the second early round strategy? First of all, I love the little graphic that you made, the new strategy approaching. Should you keep in the one line where I say, hey, there's a second early round strategy that you should try? Or do you think it's better if you just skip right to the explanation like you did in what you sent me? I was thinking about, like, I actually really found Void's argument interesting in that, like, in a lot of other games, they look for the best version of the game. They don't say only, oh, you're only allowed to play on this specific whatever or this specific patch. Like, they try to find the best iteration. My problem with it is it's very difficult to regulate, like, how do you find a version of the game where it's the day one Ascension patch, like the day that Ascension came out, that version of the patch, or the day one Call of the Dead. Because it would be interesting to play a lot of those maps with extended box error and whatnot. Not that box error matters super much most of the time. The tests were to determine if you could decide the rules. Yeah, it's like a fucking literacy test. Are you joking? Hey, Mex. You already have eligibility requirements, which I disagree with. Now you're adding a literacy test on top of that? What's the point of the eligibility requirements if you're gonna quiz people? I really liked what Void was arguing about, like, we as a community should be looking for the best version to play on, not restricting it so that you can only play on a given version. Because my logic is, let's say that, hey, Cowrie, it's much earlier for you than it is for me. This is a good time to stream, I guess. My argument is, let's say, technically we don't actually know how box error works on PS5, right? But let's say that PS5 does work the way that we suspect it does, where box error is way higher because of it's on an earlier patch, whatever. My argument is, if box error is double what it is on PS5 compared to everything else, some people should try to play on PS5. And I understand, like, oh, if box error is double, you're going to be giving the PS5 an unfair advantage compared to all the other consoles. I acknowledge that. PC already has unfair advantages, right? And what I think should happen is we shouldn't be completely banning that version, especially considering it is an official version of the game. I'm saying it should be hide PS5 and PS4 by default, and then right at the top of the leaderboard, you put a little checkbox that says, show PS5 runs. That way, you can kind of see, like, oh, this is what it could be on that, and you could have a little disclaimer that explains the differences or whatever, or don't, I don't know. Maybe if we as a community actually, like, did a much better job of presenting this information to the people instead of being all secretive and fucking creating literacy tests to determine who can decide these things, then people would actually understand the difference. Minecraft separates heavily by version, too. Yeah, console-specific records on most maps should have already been a thing. Maybe not on, like, BO3, where 255 is reasonable regardless, for the most part. Like, a ton of people get to 255 on a lot of maps on PlayStation, so, like, you probably don't need it on BO3. You probably don't need it on BO4, but, like, BO1 and BO2, why don't we separate it by console? Or again, not separate by console, but just display all by default, have checkboxes, hide PC runs, hide console runs on the leaderboards. Like, so that you could see specifically. Yeah. It's really not a hard concept at all. They aren't sorted. No, they're not sorted by platform already. Which is crazy because, like, one of the biggest arguments that the community always has is, but PC players have an unfair advantage over console. First of all, yes, they do. PC players do have an advantage over console. It's no secret. On most games. One could argue Black Ops 4 console has an advantage over PC. It's kind of true. It's kind of true, yeah. It's pretty true. Black Ops Cold War console has an advantage over PC. It's interesting, right? It's not the same across the games. It's the same within one game, you know? Don't latch onto the turbine, please. Thank you. Yeah, again, like, I really don't understand why everything gets voted allowed or not instead of just filters. Instead of just... like, listen, the only thing that should be voted on is what is displayed by default. For example, on the survival maps, Town Farm, Bus Depot, Nuketown, it should be Fast Ray allowed but hidden by default. And then there's a button on the leaderboard that you click it and it says show runs that use Fast Ray. And all the runs with Fast Ray will just like pop up if you click the button. Right? That way, and then if people aren't sure what Fast Ray is, you could have a little disclaimer saying like, hey, here's what Fast Ray is and this is the difference and this is why it's overpowered and this is why it's not the norm, while also not discrediting the people who want to play that way. You know? Yeah, like, again, I've always said that Electric Burst should be allowed, straight up, but let's ignore that. Let's say that it is a controversial issue. Fine. Electric Burst, hidden by default. Put a little button, check the box, shows all runs with Electric Burst. And then if people are confused, you have a little info thing that you can click on, and it says, hey, here's the difference with Electric Burst versus without it. And it explains, like, how much it saves and why it's overpowered and whatever, you know? And we as a community could work towards making these sorts of resources available. Yeah, exactly. When people are begging for a leaderboard to be able to play Electric Burst, and then they say, yup, we added it. Is it in the Black Ops 4 section? Nope. Nowhere to be found in here. No, you actually have to go all the way down, click the community leaderboards button, and then find this burst modifier button, and it's nowhere in the Black Ops 4 section at all. And then you go, well, why is nobody submitting to it? That's a fucking insult. Did I see the BO1 updates? Yeah, that's kind of what we're talking about. I was just poking fun at the fact that they had a fucking literacy test to be able to participate. What a great democracy we live in. Anyway, besides the point. Hey, Wigwow. How's it going? And listen, I don't want to keep talking about this, honestly. I said what I need to say. If you didn't hear me, go back earlier. Let's talk about anything else. I just hate talking about the rules. I don't participate in it anyway. Have I done a high round video on Revelations? So, I could redo my tutorial. If you go to my Revelations round 255 video, I do have a tutorial in there where I explain a lot of the mechanics and stuff that you need to know. It is a little bit less extensive than the videos that are in my current high round series. Like, I don't start from round 1 in that tutorial, I just start from the high round strategy. But it explains most of what you need to know. I could definitely do with a better version, but I have a tutorial in that world record video, so sort of, yes. Is Buried my favorite map to high round on, or is it another map? Buried is not my favorite, but I am enjoying it. But my favorite is Moon, specifically Black Ops 1. Yeah, my favorite map of all time is Black Ops 1 Moon, which... I repeat this all the time, because you guys ask. My second favorite map is Black Ops 3 Moon. Are people with blue names mods or something? Yes, in the YouTube chat, yeah. Really appreciate your around 100 videos, man. I stopped playing way back when BO2 came out and just got back into it. Been super fun learning about all the maps you missed in the new strats. I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying it. Thanks for stopping in, I appreciate it. Do I prefer high rounds with or without infinite damage weapons? When you say without, like, are we talking, do I prefer infinite damage weapons, or do I prefer traps? Or are we talking, do I prefer normal maps, or do I prefer, survival maps? Because I definitely prefer I prefer maps that have something that does infinite damage. Zombies or girlfriend? Let's just say I only have one of those things right now. At the moment. Zombies girlfriend would be ideal, yeah. None of my exes played COD Zombies. Got your first round 100 this week following your DE and Shadows videos. That's awesome, Harvey. Glad to hear it. So I did the Die Rise round 100. Now I want to do BO1 Moon. Do you have any tips, or do I have a video on it? I do have a video on BO1 Moon. It was the second episode in the high round series. If you go to my channel, click on the playlist. Balatro girlfriend also sounds fire. How long are my rounds right now? I think they're like, I think it should be about over. They're like 17 minutes. Can you disable the top right text starting to annoy you? Which top right text? Because the answer's no, but like which specifically? Yeah, that's round. All right, guys, tied personal best here. This is my highest round on this map. The long one. So this long string here, I cannot disable it. This isn't, that's an anti-cheat measure. Basically, what it is it is a string. Part of it is randomly generated. Part of it includes some like identifying information about my game. Like it shows what version of Plutonium I'm playing on and whatnot. Other than this bit here, which is the system clock. And basically what it does is most of this text, other than the system clock, will be the same the entire game. And the point is, it's an anti-cheat measure so that somebody who is reviewing my footage, if I were to submit it or if I were to like show it off, can see, oh, this text never changed from round 1 to round 255. Therefore, it was the same game. It wasn't like I didn't restart and try again. Like I didn't crash on round 200 and then load into a different game, skip to round 200 and then keep playing. Like this has to stay the same. That's the point of it. I can't shut it off. I think technically, if there's a console command to shut it off, I'm not going to because I don't want people to accuse me of cheating. Which, I gotta say, there was... I don't know if you remember the one commenter who kept accusing me of cheating on 5 or something. I don't know if he has friends or maybe alternate accounts. But... someone has been commenting on multiple of my videos accusing me of cheating for various things. Like, somebody said, oh, you're a cheater, you play on FOV that's higher than whatever. And he was like, I play on console, I don't have an FOV slider, so you're cheating. Which, I just ignored that. And then he commented on a different video accusing me of cheating for something else. I could tell it was a hate mock shirt, because then someone commented on my Ascension video and said, ew, I'm not gonna watch this with this disgusting FOV. Which, like, my FOV is really tame compared to, like, what some of the other players play on. But then that same commenter commented on my on my Shangri-La video, accusing me of cheating for something else. And I responded to his comment, like, I thought you hated my FOV, why are you still watching? Is higher FOV actually cheating? No. So, one caveat to mention is, on BO2, technically you are not supposed to be able to go above 90, but, like, Plutonium does allow you to go above 90, the Steam version does not. BO1 doesn't have this restriction. The problem is, when you're on a higher FOV, if you remember, the way the distance despawns work is it can calculate what you can see, but you can see more with a higher FOV. And so, on BO2, if you play with an FOV above 90, technically it affects the distance despawns in a way that isn't vanilla. But if you use the B2op patch, what it does is it fixes it so that even if you have a FOV higher than 90, the despawns only act as if you have 90 FOV. So, basically it doesn't matter, but, like, you know. And again, it's these weird, specific niche issues that I kind of wish were, like, better explained in a way. But also, like, as long as you're following the instructions for which things to use, it doesn't really matter. N64 original Doom cartridge for 75 bucks? I don't know. That's up to you. I'm not the right person to ask about that. Higher FOV makes better videos for the viewer. True, yeah. Am I flawless in this run? I'm not. I've taken 2 downs. I got time bombs twice in a row. Where can you get the patch? I mean, you can just Google B2op, or you can go to the description of all of my Black Ops 2 videos, and it is in the description of all of them. If you use all quick revives in solo, are you still able to get it from the Wonder Fizz? It depends on the map. If we're talking about Origins, yes. The other maps, like Gorod, yes. Horizon and Revelations, I don't know. And then the Chronicles maps, no, except for Origins, which is yes. Grinding for first BO3 round 100, what map is best? But probably the easiest to get into is Revelations, I would say. Revelations, you have a lot of materials to use. You have the Apothecant Servant, Thundergun, and Ragnarok, so it's like, it's difficult to mess it up. Yeah, on Gorod, you can get infinite quick revives if you do the Easter egg quick enough. Can the subwoofer make invisible zombies? I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of. Are they latching onto the turbine? Yeah, that's enough. Shadows is also a really fun one. Shadows has a very unique high round strategy that is very unlike most others in the series. That I like a lot. Yeah, and Arnie's, that's true. Tried running buried with your very casual friend and you got paralyzed but got bored like 15 minutes in and refused to go beyond round 30. That's how it is sometimes. I will say co-ops are definitely, in some ways, more boring than solo because you're dealing with a lot more zombies per round, so you progress slower. I think, like, this is, if we're talking about it from a very psychological level, a lot of people like to see the number go up. They like to see the thing in the corner flash and they go, oh yeah, bigger number, better game. And it triggers our dopamine. And so strategies that are fast tend to be more fun because you're making the number increase faster. Whereas like a Nocturne and Toten is really slow, really boring. Everyone loves number go up. That's part of why, like, Cold War is really fun, because the number goes up really fast. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about BO1. I never liked how it doesn't host migrate. It just, if the host leaves the game ends. But also, you know, that's why, like, the higher of a round you're on, the more boring it gets. I'm at a point where it takes me 17 minutes and change to finish a round. And for a lot of people, it's just like, oh man, that's such a slog. You know, it takes you an hour to see the number go up maybe 4 times. Whereas on the earlier rounds, like, an hour you can finish 10 rounds. After the point when the guns stop damaging and you have to repeat 1,000. Yeah. It depends on the person. I like the fact that the rounds get longer because part of what makes the game fun is the sense of resource management, is the sense that, like, the longer that you're in the game, the fewer resources you have to complete each round. And even things like monkeys, you kind of have to stretch farther. Would I be mad if I died at, like, round 160? I'd probably be pretty upset. Do I know any way I can help with... Do you know any way I can get help with the relics on BO7 Cursed? I would... You can possibly ask people in my Discord server if they're willing to help, because there are some BO7 players there. But you're probably better off asking some of the true BO7 players, like Decal and Insomnia Virus, or going to their Discord servers and asking for help, because I've never played BO7 in my life. So, can you get an in-game BO1 timer on PC? Yes. It's a program called CT5. Never done around 100 on BO2. BO2's fun. I will say what I like about BO2. If we speak very generally here, right? Very generally. Black Ops 1, a lot of the maps are horde kill repeat strategies. Gather 24 zombies, kill them all with Wonder Weapon or Trap, gather 24 zombies, repeat, right? Black Ops 3, a lot of strategies revolve around AATs. Like, many strategies on the game are get Deadwire and turned, train using Deadwire and turned, get to 255, right? Sometimes you incorporate the Wonder Weapon into that, but, like, Deadwire and turned heavily are the meta across a lot of the maps. That's not to say that on BO1 and BO3 there aren't unique experiences. Call of the Dead is very interesting, Shadows is unique, Nacht, Verrückt, and Shinonuma are unique on both games, really. You ever get a wave of nostalgia that makes you believe the good times are over and the happiest will never return? Yeah. But I think that BO2 has some of the most unique high round strategies. Like, you have the survival maps, which are very much their own beast. Nothing other than Call of the Dead, and even Call of the Dead is very different, nothing other than Call of the Dead plays like the survival maps do. Like, survival maps are incredibly unique. Also, you have Transit, where you have an infinite ammo, infinite damage weapon that just takes a lot of skill to use. You have Die Rise, which is the most unique in itself, because you have an easy weapon for the first 100 rounds, then you have the optional elevator strategy, then you have the trample steam strategy. So you go from one of the easiest strategies in the game to one of the hardest in the same game. Mob of the Dead is a very... Mob of the Dead is a very BO1-esque map in that you're revolving heavily around the traps. Jake, do you want to hop on a call? Are you about to play again? With, like, this sort of added, oh, but you have the Hell's Redeemer, which makes it unique from Black Ops 1. Buried is a very chill strategy that's similar to Die Rise, where you rely on buildables that can be replenished infinitely. You're in the call? Alright, I'm hopping in. And then Origins in itself is very unique, because you have very few, like, infinite damage things. You're relying heavily on the stabs, and then to a lesser extent, you know, you have Gen Strat and whatnot. Every Black Ops 2 map plays very unique from one another. Other than the 4 survival maps, like, no Black Ops 2 map feels the same as one another. At all. And I like that a lot. I like that they were willing to innovate, and that most of the strategies are pretty fun. Despite the fact that they're very different from one another. Wait, Jake, are you talking? Can I hear you? Oh, there you go.
No.
How's it going?
I'm tired.
Which, I was gonna say, that's another reason why I love... I'm excited for it too. That's another reason why I love Black Ops 4, because a lot of people tend to assume, oh, Black Ops 4, every map just revolves around the Helion salvo. If you're just going to round 100, that's kinda mostly true, yeah. Not on every map, but if you're playing for like a high round, if you're competing for a record, the Black Ops 4 strategies are actually quite unique from one another. Because your Helion salvo ammo is only gonna last you so long. Is Black Ops 2 the only game that does not allow a trap timer? I don't remember the specifics about trap timers. Do I like BO1 or BO2 high? Oh, fuck. God damn it. Do I like BO1 or BO2 high rounds more? I like BO1 high rounds more. Alright, this is gonna be sketchy, but it's fine. Guru made you LOL this morning. He was telling someone off in Jermaine's comment section. Yeah, transit will happen soon, anti-gravity. I love seeing a popular post, a YouTube short, a video, whatever, and then I watch the video and I go, some of this information's not correct. And then I go to the comments and I already see Jake. He beats me to it.
Which one?
I mean, a couple of MZC shorts, but that happens more often than you'd think, like, just across a lot of videos. Why do you spin the chest? I'm looking for the war machine.
Someone tried to tell me that on BO2, this guy like asked Google how much the zombies' health would be on 255, and it was like something trillion. And I was like, well, that's funny. You don't know as much as you think you do, because the zombies' health is capped at 162, which is actually 2 billion. So.
You know what was funny? Somebody found a comment from me from almost 10 years ago on
Oh no.
on a video by You're Adopted.
Oh shit, let's go.
And somebody,
Years
like,
ago.
I forget who it was, but they replied to the comment and they were like, yo, what's up? And I responded to them. I was like, damn, 10-year-old comment is crazy. Hey, JP. Is there a reason why I like BO1 high rounds more? I just like the strategies more in general over a lot of the BO2 strats, but I feel like part of it is, again, I'm generalizing here. BO1 competing for world records is about playing fast and playing well and sort of
Avoiding
working
errors in a lot of cases.
and sort of working to not prevent, but like to avoid reset. Whereas BO2, it's working to prevent errors rather than reset. It's a bit of a generalization.
Avoiding box
but-
error or like regrows on Shang or insta explosions, which I guess is leaking box error on Moon, but still.
I just like horde kill repeat strategies. I don't know. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I was
guy to release the next Chronicles port for DLC 5.
It's a turbine, like the one from the town.
I think Evelyn is right though. I don't think
Here for now.
that actually never really was planned to be a DLC. It literally was like they created BO2 and then they're like, okay, we want to like test how it works out and everything, and they just like, all right, we'll just take the maps from the other games, throw those in real quick, and then we can tweak the game.
but
They
then
just, like,
that
had those maps.
begs the
I don't know why
question.
they had all of them though.
Why did they change things? Like, why did they add the ceiling
And
spawner
actually,
to
like-
Shang
Yeah,
and whatnot?
it's weird. Because it just raised questions. Like, why would they add all of them? I think like maybe they just had like Kino or some shit to test.
I did
weird.
see the new co-op Kino strat, and I know about like the whole it's the mannequin Easter egg that fucks with it. Wonderful has a great YouTube short that explains it.
Yeah, every time you get into range of it, it's leaking. Basically.
Should play the SpongeBob theme on the instrument in my profile picture. Which SpongeBob theme? All right, new personal best, everyone. The intro theme.
Where's the War Machine?
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? That one.
Should have put that in the video.
What I might do for some subscriber special, I don't know, 50K, 100K, whatever, is I'll record myself playing some of the zombie songs on the saxophone. Like, I know how to play the tenor sax solo from Snakeskin Boots. Bum ba da dum ba da ba da da ba da 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 da. That one, the one that's towards the end. I know how to play all of Snakeskin Boots on like the saxophone and the clarinet, but I think it'd be fun to record that and be like, hey guys, you know, for those of you that don't know what I'm like in real life, or, oh, okay. Or, like, why my profile picture is a picture of my real face holding a clarinet, it's because this is what I do. What do I think is the hardest BO1 strat? It depends on your goal, but I guess generally speaking, Dat strat on Verrucht, which is not the strategy that I taught in my video. What's my goal on this map? I would like for the round number to start with a 2, at least. And do I plan to play Transit and Die Rise? I already have played Transit and Die Rise, and you can check out the videos very recent on my channel.
That guy who's trying to tell me that the zombies have like trillions of health on 255 also tried to say that it would take multiple max ammos to kill zombies on that high of a round, and that you need immaculate play to get a 255. Like one fuck up is game over.
I mean, multiple max ammos isn't. I don't know how to.
Sure,
like,
yeah, fucking millions of them. For what? Like a Mark II, I guess. But like.
What FPS do I run
the
on
maps-
Buried? I think right now I'm running 60 because of
So
the
you can hit
paralyzer.
255 on BO2. You don't even use weapons that need ammo. Like, yeah, you use the War Machine, but like, you don't have to use the War Machine. That's just saving time, basically, right?
Yeah.
Just play faster. You don't need to do that.
What do I do for work? Part-time this, part-time musician, part-time CPR and lifeguarding instructor. I had a very eventful day yesterday. I was lifeguarding and some kid fucking fell off of the top of the slide and like landed on the pavement on his head and his back. And I saw that happen and I was like, fuck, man. And had to call 911.
Yeah.
Which, fortunately, he was fine. Like, he stood up a couple minutes. He never was unresponsive. He stood up a couple minutes later. EMS came, checked him out. They were like, listen, just have him pause that activity. He doesn't have a concussion. Nothing serious. Like, best case scenario. And this was at someone's house, so the homeowners were like, thank you so much. You like helped us through that. And I was like, listen, you did the right thing by calling. We should have immediately called. I'm glad it was nothing, you know. Fucking traumatic. This was, by the way, not even 10 minutes after I had to also jump in the pool and rescue someone. Which they were just responsive, just kid went down the fucking slide and couldn't swim. So yesterday was a tough day. But it's the sort of thing that, like, when I'm teaching my lifeguarding classes, when I certify lifeguards, I explain to them, like, hey, things like this are going to happen. Sometimes it's unavoidable. Sometimes it's not your fault. What you need to do is you need to stay calm. And you need to focus. And if you are ever unsure, you need to call 911. Do not hesitate. Do not panic. And that's what I've been telling myself. Because I think you tend to like replay everything in your head. You tend to go through like, oh shit, what could I have done differently? What could I have done better? But you kind of have to acknowledge at a certain point that some things aren't your fault. And you just need to react the right way.
And it's all happening way too fast a lot of the time.
$10,000 call right there. Well, he didn't go to the hospital. So like, if you don't go in the ambulance, you're not paying. Yeah, so, I don't talk about that often, because a lot of times, I'm not usually the one lifeguarding watching the pool. I certify other lifeguards, and that's what I mainly do. So,
You got
I don't...
hired for the side gigs.
Yeah, I got hired to fucking do some house party, and I was like, sure, I'm gonna do it.
They tip you after that?
Huh? Oh, yeah, they gave me a nice tip after that, don't worry. The fucking, like, the fucking grandpa was there. So here's what was funny is they had only asked me to come for 2 hours. It was a 5-year-old's birthday party, and they were like, we only want you from 11 to 1. And I was like, 11 to 1? Perfect, that's cool. And they also asked me to get a second lifeguard. So I had one of my close friends lifeguarding with me. But 1 o'clock came around, and they were like, hey, like, are you able to stay later? Like, people are still in the pool. I was able to stay later. My friend had to go teach swim lessons, so he couldn't stay. So I was like, listen, he has to leave. I can stay for another hour, no problem. And so my friend left, and fucking 10 minutes later, I'm jumping in the pool to rescue someone, and 10 minutes after that, I'm calling 911. And so after all this has happened, after everything's calmed down, the fucking grandpa was there, and he was like, dude, your friend's gonna be so jealous, he missed all the fun. I was like, fuck, you're right, man. And I texted him, I'm like, dude, you missed everything, it was crazy. Hey, Drain. I would love to know more about the new D-Machine strategy. Who do I think is the better Zombies player, Sluya or Furret? I don't want to answer that. Because, 1, I don't know, and 2, I don't want to give an answer and have people argue with me. Check my Discord, I'll send it. Okay. Do you want me to keep it hidden, or can I show it on stream? I mean, obviously, you're gonna be playing it in like 100 or so rounds, but...
I think Ragnarhusk was looking for this earlier. I wonder why.
Don't leak yet? Okay. Okay, I won't say anything. How long do I think this game will last? In-game time or IRL time? In-game, it will be around 90 hours, give or take. Like, any time loss will just kind of generally come from either turbine weirdness and or how many downs I take, but 74 to 75 hour pace to 935, that is good. I really haven't played any other Zombies games. I haven't played Left 4 Dead or anything like that. I sent it. Okay. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm not gonna reveal it on stream. I just want to see for myself. It's the dumbest strat I'll ever see. All right, I'm looking. Hold on. Okay. I just saw you switch to round 700. You know what's funny? You round skip to round 700, but it gave you the thing for you've completed round 700. Wait. What? What am I watching?
Oh, by the way.
Wait, how do you fucking jump? Oh my god.
There's something else that I might be testing with the 9 insta strat.
Oh?
IMZ was talking about using the fucking scepter.
The scepter of...
That would be kind of insane.
Kind of would be.
So
But then
could
you have to
plant
run
it,
the
like...
scepter all game.
Yeah, you would, but like... I mean, it's not that bad, to be honest. Points might be an issue, but... As soon as you get to insta rounds, like, the first stretch of insta rounds, you'd already be like at max points, probably. You'd get so many points in the first set of instas.
I'm so fascinated by what I'm watching. It's even funnier knowing that I can't say anything right now.
I will not be playing D Machine.
And this is definitely faster. Oh, wow. That's really cool. That's a lot more unique than the current existing strategy, so... Congrats on new PB, thank you.
Feeling the boom?
So, okay, actually, I should ask. So, I'm gonna assume... killing the zombies as they're climbing up the wall doesn't crash the game? Because I remember somebody telling me that was a thing, but I was always skeptical. Why do you start that on 500 specifically, as opposed to, like... As long as you're using the RCXD. Oh, so you started on 500 so you don't have to worry about the error at all, pretty much? It's like 3 RPGs in a row.
Yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
The audio is so quiet I thought it was bugged.
It's probably best to just leave this here for now.
Why do you place the turbine up there? It's easier to destroy that way, especially right now while I don't have grenades, so I need the zombies to destroy it.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up. Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up. You may not have seen it, but I know you will. Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
How long does the turbine last? I will destroy it after about 2 minutes and 10 seconds, give or take, which is 5 resonators. Technically, it can be alive for longer than that, but I don't want it to be.
It's probably best to just leave this here for now. Falling down is all you're good for.
Drain, how much do you know about the one-window strategy on D Machine? How viable is it? Because I'm tempted to play out a game with it just for the sake of science, which I heard that, like, Scryan has already done or something.
It's a turbine, like the one from the town.
That's 4 RPGs in a row. Which, of course, punished for not taking it, because if I had it, it would have skipped to whatever the next thing on the seed is.
Right off your feet that time.
But there's no way for me to know that.
Get the fuck out of my way.
But I know you felt it. You may not have seen it, but I know you felt
Which round am I getting to? I'm gonna play for, like, another 2 or so hours, and then see where I'm
it.
at.
Probably best to just leave this here for now. You got knocked right off your feet that time.
Oh, this song's nice. The Petal Isles from Super Mario Wonder. Yeah, the rounds are over 17 minutes now. Oh, for this run, I would like to get to round 255, but the minimum goal is just round 200 at least.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
I'm not gonna be, like, if I get to 200 and I don't make it all the way,
But
I won't be so pressed, but ideally 255.
I got knocked right off your feet that time.
Just because it's been such a long time since I've done any serious, like, grinding out a game and having it go somewhere meaningful, so I want this to be a meaningful game. What's the main thing that stops from getting to round 255 unburied? Mainly errors. Downs are not so much of an issue. At least, you know, it depends on the player, but like for the best player, downs are not an issue. But we have solved the errors for the most part, so as long as you avoid doing certain things, you don't have to worry. What's the highest I've ever gotten? On this map, this is my highest round. My previous highest round was round 133. So...
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up. It's a turbine, like the one from the town.
Oh, generally speaking, what's the highest round I've gotten? Round 935 on... I'm gonna trust that whatever just came out of the box was not the War Machine, because I'm gonna be honest, I forgot to fucking look at it. Let's just assume it wasn't the War Machine. I literally just went right into the room and I was like, oh shit, what did I get out of the box? Oh well.
Probably best.
From BO1 to BO3, what's the highest? 255 on Shadows of Evil and Revelations. Am I still gonna try to go for the moon record eventually? Yes. Although, I think I might be going for a 255 on BO3 before I do BO1 again. Just because that's a lot shorter of a game. And playing these long games, I like doing, but it's so much time investment, and I don't have a lot of time.
Telling me.
Yeah.
Had 146 hours.
There's another
August
RPG.
game now.
Probably was.
Game is 79 days.
Does the MMS site only highlight zombies that are idle? No. Highlights all zombies.
This guy just tried to tell me that the Magma Gat doesn't do infinite damage when it sticks to them. You're fucking stupid.
Looks like they're ending the BO6 and 7 storyline after BO7 zombies, so they're gonna start a new story or whatever, or is this gonna be the end? Here's an important question. Are they ever going to stop making Call of Duty games? And if not, or if so, rather, are they ever going to stop making Call of Duty Zombies? Or do you think they're just going to run the entire franchise right into the ground
Like the one from the town.
for 100 years? That's not a War Machine.
Why is this not letting me scroll?
COD is a money machine? Yeah.
Yeah, sub 700 on Mob is crazy. Oh, this is 2 years old. He beat this and didn't submit it, I'm pretty sure.
But I know you.
COD Zombies died with BO4? Well, BO4 was a good game, I would say. Cold War really started the downfall. What round am I on? Round 134. What are my feelings on BO2 Nuketown? I like that map a lot. If you click on the horizontal stream, you could see the round number. Is this easier than Die Rise? To get to round 100, I would say Die Rise is easier, but like in terms of the high rounds overall, this is easier. How much more difficult would Mob of the Dead be without the infinite revives? Quite a bit more difficult, I would say. Nuketown is fun, but it crashes a ton. I've never crashed on Nuketown.
Nuketown is not.
I've never heard of that being a thing. Unless we're talking about Alpha Omega.
There's literally nothing on Nuketown that crashes.
Hey, trees.
There's box error, there's hunk error, which are both global issues of BO2. Nothing on Nuketown crashes.
You may not have seen it, but I know.
Unless it's a PS5 issue. Which, who knows?
Yeah, if you're on PS5, then it's shit.
BO6-7 storyline would be ending with Dark Aethers not done. So which is it?
Why
Yes,
did
it
you
is
put my
easier trees.
fucking Samo?
Favorite map and Black Ops. Black Ops 1 Moon. Or if you're asking my favorite map and my favorite game, Black Ops 1 is my favorite game and Moon is my favorite map.
It's a turbine, like the ones in the town. I'm just gonna leave this here for now. Feeling the boom? Got knocked right off your feet.
He's buried. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people specifically playing on the ports that are saying Buried crashes really early. I don't know why Buried specifically, but like people are always coming in
Have
and
you
saying like
seen-
I crashed on round 40, round 50, round 70.
On the ports, the ray gun on every map is the like buried one,
I have seen that.
and the pack punch animation is the Origins one on every map for some reason.
Wait, is that different? I didn't know
Yeah,
there was a
like
difference.
the like white effects everywhere, or an electricity, I guess.
Oh.
And then there's the perk icons.
I know about that. They did the updated perk icons
what
for
the
all the
fuck?
maps.
Do yourself a favor.
Understand what they were thinking.
The monkey icon, they updated the monkey icon to be the one that it currently is in my game, which it isn't on the older maps. Normally.
I like the old one on BO2.
I
I
like the new one
but
better.
I like the old one too. I like them both. AI viewers, oh my god. I want AI viewers. What I've been missing is AI viewers. That's why the stream's not popping, I don't have AI viewers in it.
You felt it. Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
Oh, fuck off. Well, Tombstone only has one icon. Because it's only the transit and town version.
Have to be low quality, there is no high quality image of those perks. They would have to make it.
Dude, I keep getting time bombs.
I'm just gonna leave this here for now.
Pretty much the only thing they made was that stupid emblem. The emblem thing and the
Get back up.
buttons.
Feeling the boom?
Are killing too many zombies with one bullet or explosion? What? That's a thing? That you're crashing because of too many zombies in one... Are there certain doors you keep closed? Yes, so you need to have the front door of the general store over here closed. That'll lose you a lot of time if that's open.
Feeling the boom?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those spawns are, like, really deep in there.
What's in my fridge right now? Whatever weapon I swapped out when I picked up my war machine on round 80.
You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it.
Yeah, front door, like the one closest to me right now. Fuck off. Oh my god. I'll show you in a sec. Yeah, you gotta keep that closed.
This guy replies and tries to tell me that the acid guy does an infinite damage. I'm gonna fucking... We're gonna track this guy down. We're gonna find him.
You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it.
There are people who don't know what they're talking about. Try to correct people. Correcting a correction with something that's incorrect.
How do you know when you need
What
to
are we
destroy
doing?
the turbine? When the flap on the back of the turbine goes sideways.
The fin.
Yeah, the fin. Yeah, so this door I'm talking about needs to be closed. What the fuck? Did only one zombie latch on?
I gotta break my stone cold ring.
Like the ones at the town.
Time bombs again, dude.
I'm just gonna leave this here for now. You feeling the boom? Well, that's all you're good for. You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it.
Nobody's playing Burrow and Turned. Burrow, I feel like, was always the least popular grief map,
Dude.
unfortunately.
I played the shit out of that.
Turned, he played the shit out of.
You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it.
Burrow Turned
like
is
number
better
8.
than Diner
I
Turned,
was
in
like
my
number
opinion.
8 on Burrow Turn
But I know you felt it.
on Xbox. That shit was fun. It was so easy too.
Burrow has too many glitches. Just gonna get on BO1 Doris, and unfortunately your PS4 made a pop sound when you turn it on.
Whoa! Just blew the power supply.
Don't get back up.
That doesn't sound good at all.
Sounds like you blew the power supply or something.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
Bus Depot.
Pop sound when you turn it on is never a good thing. Was it the PS4 that made a pop sound, or was it the outlet that made a pop sound? Could be an important question.
Yeah, you might need to reset that.
Die Rise is a very fast round 100. It's like 3 hours on average. Oh, shit.
Ancient Evil is also a 3-hour 100.
You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it.
Please latch onto that turbine. Thank you.
It's a turbine. Like
Had this PS4 for I don't even know how long, but it's been through some games. This thing has like 400 hours worth of high rounds on it already. And it never gets turned off. It's always on for them. It just goes into media player to suspend the game.
Thank you, Trees. Favorite perk jingle? Either PhD or Who's Who. Probably PhD, but Who's a close second. I mean, even the non-chef. Yeah, even the training spots in the sushi room and the room with the hole are also very fast.
I read pretty bad.
But nothing beats the shaft.
I probably should have waited to shoot that, but whatever.
Didn't
I
even have
became
Chug
PhD
yet.
Slider. Well, PhD Slider is first on BO4, and BO4 doesn't have perk jingles.
Sylvie, you gotta get a perma jug.
Feeling the boom?
Like camping at the very bottom? What do you mean? Of the elevator shaft? Going for around Nuketown 50 plus on the ports, you have to stop using Sally's regular ray gun and be careful killing too many zombies with one bullet on instas, otherwise you're crashing consistently. That sounds like a port-specific issue that I haven't heard anyone complain of yet. I would be curious to see if anyone else has experienced that. When you crash, what error is happening? Like, are you getting booted to the menu of Black Ops 2? Or are you getting booted to the
screen.
PlayStation menu, like a blue screen?
Yeah, it's probably a fucking blue screen. Or like it freezes.
I do appreciate that they're bringing back the Widow's Wine jingle, because that one's also really good. As much as Widow's Wine, oh, you thought the power creeping was bad on BO7 before. Imagine once Widow's Wine is in the game.
My favorite is that the 999 racers don't even really want to do it.
Yep.
The
Holy,
decal
I
for
got
Widow's
time bombs
Wine
again.
is gonna ruin the game.
Here for now.
You must get bored looking at this hallway for 90 hours. I mean, I spent 95 hours looking at one window on Tagged or
I've been
Totem.
looking at a wall for 145 hours. 146 hours.
I was glancing at Lex finishing up his round 100 on transit. On the
Did you
port.
get it?
I didn't
even
see if
get
he
it.
got it. I saw him on 96, and I was like, alright. Which BO4 perk do I wish had a jingle? I don't know, actually. Because, like, it depends on what style the jingle would have been written in.
Yeah.
But then
Blaze
the-
Face could have had a pretty cool jingle, I feel like.
Probably, yeah.
Maybe
Blood
Time
Wolf
Slip.
Bite.
Ooh, I bet Victorious Tortoise would have a badass jingle.
Best to just leave this here for now.
Victorious Tortoise on Gorod would have had a sick jingle.
Victorious Tortoise on Gorod would be fucking broken.
She resonate my subsurface till I turb on my ein. Death Perception as a mid-jingle? Yeah, it kind of does. Same with Elemental Pop, I feel like has a really mid-jingle.
Got knocked right off your feet that time.
I bet Deadshot, dude. What would Deadshot Dealer? What would the jingle be for that? Would they change it?
It should
They
just
have
be
to, I guess.
Deadshot Daiquiri. That's one thing I will say. I never understood why some BO4 perks kept their name and logo and some BO4 perks got renamed even though
Mule
they're
Kick
already
and Quick
existing.
Revive and Stamina.
Quick Revive, Stamina, Mule Kick stayed the same name, same logo, but then Electric Cherry became Electric Burst. Deadshot Daiquiri became Deadshot Dealer. Like, why? Is there another one I'm forgetting?
PhD Slider.
PhD Slider, fine. I think they should have done what they did in Cold War and kept the logo. You don't want to give people the impression that they're able to flop. But because of the Chaos Vapors? Yeah, but why wasn't Quick Revive renamed? Because in the Chaos maps, it might be weird for them to be named after drinks. Oh, so they had to get rid of the word daiquiri? Yeah, but what about Electric Cherry? There's no drink in that. In the name.
Have you seen the concept art for Electric Cherry? It's pretty cool.
No, I haven't. It's like a cherry cola. Yeah, but cherry's the flavor, not the type of soda or the type of drink, I guess. Like, it could still smell like cherries for the vapors.
I like the new burst icon, but the old Electric Cherry icon's better.
Also, Electric Cherry is red. It's funny because the logo that you see on the Electric Cherry machine is red, but anytime the Electric Cherry logo appears on your HUD, it's only blue and white. What's my favorite pop in real life? Oh, are we gonna have this conversation about soda
Yeah, it might be
versus
the
pop?
electric chair thing, but that's not what the concept art shows at all. The concept art does not show anything alluding to an electric chair whatsoever.
My favorite soda in real life is Sprite, but I'm not really much of a soda drinker in general. Another RPG. Holy shit!
I'm just gonna leave this here for now.
What perk soda do I want to try the most? Stamina Up has multiple flavors.
Does Stamina Up have multiple flavors in BO4?
I don't think so, because it comes from a generic machine.
Right? It's like...
Don't get back up.
I wasn't ready to pick that up.
Don't get back up. Got knocked right off your feet that time.
Have I seen the sodium levels in the perks? What, like on the fucking cans? No, I haven't. I don't know all the ingredients off the top of my head.
That definitely failed. Wow, it didn't. That's right.
Alright, it's gotta be close to the end of the round. Surely. Almost 18-minute round. Oh boy.
You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it.
Don't they have piss? Does Quick Revive have piss?
Yourself a favor. Don't get back
Because
up.
Dempsey always complains that it tastes like cat piss. What are your thoughts on the first unique pat machine for like the first time in a while? Oh, on Rex and Furnace? I saw it was like a well or something. I don't really care.
Nothing that they can do in terms of stuff like that is gonna change how bad
My
the game is.
perception of the game being
It's
shit.
That's the core game design itself is the problem with the games. They can do whatever they want to the maps and all this other shit. It doesn't matter because the core game is designed poorly. Underlying foundation of the game is just not good.
How long is this resonator going? There we go. There's my
Yeah,
war machine.
Kyora's trench water
Took
in
you
it.
so long.
Let's take the roof off of this place. I'm just gonna leave this here for now. I don't care how many of you there are. You ain't taking me. Falling down is all you're good for.
Cream soda perk. Did you drink that?
Cream soda perk?
Falling down is all you're good for. Got knocked right off your feet that time. It's probably best to just leave this here for now.
Thanks for putting in the effort and doing the high round tutorials. No more are the days of either trying to find a high rounder streamer and trying to copy what they do. I appreciate that, Hellraiser. That was always my goal, is there's just not enough general information out there for people that are trying to learn, and I'm trying to combat that and make it more accessible. Thanks for stopping in. Eggnog season is approaching. It is still summer, my man. Unless you're
Not
Australian,
even
I don't know.
fucking September.
Watch this not break it. Oh, okay. Love me some War Machine hordes.
Turbine, like the one from the town.
Certainly I'm gonna hit a point where, like, one entire War Machine will not break enough turbines to finish a round, right? That's gonna suck.
They're right on top of me.
Fuck Nick. Fuck it, eggnog season, because we want some. Ever heard of Christmas in July, man? It's not even July.
You may not have seen it.
It is
We're
August.
halfway through August.
My birthday is in 11 months. I know, because I love July. It's when I was born.
You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it. Got knocked right off the feet that time.
Yeah, fall stuff cannot happen until the end of September. Christmas is your least favorite holiday? In some ways, it's mine too, but that's mostly because I don't celebrate Christmas. And so it's like the one time of year when... Oh yeah, hey, everybody pay attention to this one specific religious holiday. None of the other religions get a holiday as important as Christmas for everyone.
Don't get back up.
And you get all the fucking Christmas music shoved down your throat, and some people like that, but I think that All I Want for Christmas Is You gets annoying after the 17th listen. Which, of course, happens by December 8th, because you hear it in every fucking store you go into for a month.
Feeling the boom?
Halloween is a fun holiday.
Don't get back up. Falling down is all you're good for.
10 minutes left on this round.
But I like doing the typical everyone who doesn't celebrate Christmas knows that on Christmas we all have the same tradition. Every year on Christmas we're ordering Chinese food. Ghost, thanks for the sub.
Plant!
Christmas every year is Chinese food.
I like Chinese food.
I love Chinese food.
I got Dave's Hot Chicken today. It was interesting.
Interesting? Why is that?
I'd like those kiosks that you can order from, which they didn't normally have before. And it was, I went in with low expectations because I already knew that they had gone downhill. And they were almost worse than I expected.
What's your go-to Dave's Hot Chicken order?
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
I got the fucking slider and tender.
That's valid. What hot level? What heat level?
I got the sandwich at hot, and then I got the tender at medium.
See,
No,
I
you
like.
get the full.
Probably
Yeah, I get the one that you have to sign a waiver for.
do yourself a favor.
I can't remember what it's called there.
Reaper or something. I don't know. It's the hottest one on the menu. And I like to get the sandwich. That's always good. I got introduced to you via your BO1 Moon Guide. I've been trying to follow it, but I've been having such bad luck. I'm convinced that... When you say bad luck, are you talking about, like, early game, like, struggling to get the weapons you need out of the box the first time, or... Or what sort of luck?
Bad luck on Moon doesn't really matter. It just makes the game slower. It doesn't really matter.
Bad box luck, bad box placement. There is one thing I didn't include in the guide is there is a way, there's like a console command you can use to check where the box is before you start the game. Or, yeah,
I'm annoying to use if you don't have a kill command though, and like time scale.
yeah.
Because what I'll do when I'm doing that is I'll check the box and then I'll like if I come back and it's speed cola, I'll just kill myself with time scale.
Obviously that
It's
only
like
works on
restarts
PC.
in like 2 seconds.
Anyone else playing Town with the in the background?
I mean, technically it doesn't only work on PC. You could technically do that on Xbox, but like Xbox or PS3.
Hey, hiding.
You'd be cheating, I guess, but like, you'd have to like take up a bind to have set view position, which wouldn't be good.
How does
I
the
imagine
time?
you just like hit that randomly in your game later.
Basically, there's a command called like set view position, which basically as soon as you spawn in, it teleports
teleports
your
your coordinates.
camera to the biodome so you could check if the box is there. And then if the box is there, what you do is you just you die and then you
It
let the
kills
game
you.
restart.
Yeah. Because you death barrier when you're in there.
And when you
Just let it restart.
yeah, and then when it restarts, you know the box will remain there if you die and like go through the thing. But the problem is, like, let's say you do that, but then you get speed cola at No Man's Land. What you do the timescale command for, you use the timescale command to double the speed of the game, and you can double how fast the zombies can kill you, and then you
go to
let
timescale
yourself.
10.
Oh yeah, you could 10 times it. And then when the zombies kill you, you let the game over screen progress, and then when you restart, the box is still where you
Takes
want
like,
it.
takes like 3 seconds. You're like, oh, it's speed cola, and then you're just like, oh, timescale 10, and then like within 4 seconds, it's like already restarted again. And when it restarts, it automatically goes back to normal timescale too. I'm pretty sure.
What was my go-to budget meal when I was in college? I mean, I did have a meal plan every year that I was there, so like I always had food options on campus, but never go wrong with like a cup ramen. I had a water cooler in my dorm that like dispensed hot water, so I would just
A lot
use
of
that.
Moon speedruns use the set view position.
Fast restarts are allowed.
Or fast restarts. Yeah. Some games literally have rules saying that you can inject fast restart, like BO4. Which I think is kind of crazy. It's like, oh, you just like, you're playing on Battle.net, you can just inject this thing. Well, but you're only allowed to inject fast restart, guys.
I'm just gonna leave this here.
Like, prove that I didn't inject something else. Okay.
Right off your feet that time. Do yourself a favor.
It depends where you go to school. When I was in grad school, the greatest budget meals were off of food trucks. There's a food truck right outside of where I work in New York City where it's this massive platter of like lamb over rice, chicken over rice, whatever, for like $7. It's great.
Do yourself a favor.
Somehow got perfect drops on your transit run. That's always fun. I mean, if you don't intentionally go for perfect drops, you will just get perfect drops 1 in every 4 games, because it just depends how your cycle lines up. But you can also force perfect drops by spawning carpenters.
You have to do that with the bus.
Yeah. Should have been born a Southern gal. Does California not count as the South? I guess it's not the South in the same way that, like, if you say
It's
I'm
like
from
just the
the
West
South,
Coast.
you don't think California.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess West Coast.
It's just the West Coast.
The South is like Southeast.
Yeah, Southern California versus Northern California would make a pretty big difference too.
California is, I guess, just one of those states. It's the same as New York. Like, if you're from Long Island or New York City or upstate New York, those are different cultures. All 3 of them. Queens. Queens is a part of New York City, but it is on Long Island. People from Queens will get mad at you for saying that, but it's true.
Banged into something. Sure is a lot of them. It's a turbine. Like the one
The most Californian part of California? That be San Fran or LA?
banged into.
What's the most Californian part?
Surprised no one's voted for a town guide.
Do yourself a favor.
It'll come soon enough. The Bay Area? Yeah.
Feeling the boom?
Watch Farm get voted before Town.
That would be surprising.
I'm voting for Farm on the Buried video.
You hate
I just
LA?
fucking
Why?
Slashed.
What did LA do?
What didn't it do?
How come you want me so bad? You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it. You may not have seen it, but
I'm really disappointed the art book for the BO4 section on Ancient Evil does not show the fucking War Pig. I'm really disappointed. Like, Jason Blundell already told us about that. I was like, oh, it's gonna be in the art book, and it's not there. Like, what the hell?
Doesn't Gavin Newsom hate LA too?
you may not have seen it, but I know you felt it. Got knocked right off your feet that time.
Queef City. Where's my ammo, Luna? Give me ammo. You're dropping everything else.
We don't mention that man's name. At least he's not a front runner for 2028 right now. Granted, last I checked, AOC is. I don't know if that's the right choice right now either.
You may not have seen it, but I know.
Not that I
not
necessarily
get
disagree
ammo,
with her
that's true.
politics, but we do also want to win the election. If hypothetically Bus Depot was the top comment for the next How to Survive video, would I commit or go to the next? I would play Bus Depot. I wouldn't be going around
Round
100,
50.
obviously. But I'd probably go to like round
Bus
50.
Depot would be like 50.
Yeah.
I don't even have a 50 on Bus Depot. I have 46.
AOC's a little young though. I think she's old enough to run, but yeah, she is young. Like if she got elected in 2028, she would be the youngest president. I'm pretty sure.
It's a turbine. Like one
Technically, if the big man dies at any point in like the next year, then Vance becomes the youngest president in history.
feeling the boom.
Alright, this round can end any minute now.
Oh, you're good.
Ironic after electing the oldest president in history 3 times in a row. Alright, thanks for
You're gonna
stopping in
catch up to
trees.
me? You're gonna catch up to my unfixed round counter.
What round
I
does it
just
display?
hit 410.
Seen it, but I know
You just hit
I'm
410.
on 410.
410 is a special round to me.
It's
Well-
only taken me like fucking 50 hours longer than it took you. 55 hours?
Biden was an actual dumbass? No, he wasn't. He was just old. And,
And I'm going to bed now.
don't get
alright.
I did my 1 round. I grinded out the video though.
but I
I did like the last half of the video in the
And
last
dumb?
2 days
No.
and then added all the music too.
No, he wasn't. It's just old and a little bit weak. He always mixed his words. Yeah, but so does Trump. Again, like, having a stutter doesn't mean you're dumb.
He was still streaming, what the fuck? He's on 98. 7 hours into 98.
He wasn't shitting himself in the Oval Office, yeah. Welcome back, Wizard.
fall down is all you're good for.
You don't have a stutter and you're pretty dumb? Well, yeah, you'll notice they're not mutually exclusive, you see. One does not mean the other.
Prompts title, the Pluto Ops have banned Steam BO1.
For No Jug, is it main POV only or all 4 required? I would confirm what the rules say. I would also say err on the side of caution. Always submit all POVs when possible. Oh, you were in Jake's stream? I see. You really liking BO4? BO4 is great. You stutter when you're super high? I've never been diagnosed with a stutter. I don't have a stutter when I speak, but you guys will notice, like, when I'm trying to formulate a thought, I'm doing it right now. I like do the thing where I repeat words or I you know, fucking do this shit. And I forget what I'm saying. That's probably just all the drugs frying my brain, but... What's harder, Round 100 Transit or Origins? Probably Transit. But also, it kind of depends. Like, if you're good at using the jet gun, then Origins, I guess, is harder. It depends on your luck a little bit. Are you the type who thinks faster than I speak? Yes, I am. I think faster than I can talk. You getting off, Jake?
Yeah, I'm going to bed now.
Alright.
Upload the 9 video tomorrow.
If you're uploading that tomorrow, then maybe I'll do Buried on Tuesday, so I don't conflict. Because at least based on what Wizard sent me earlier, the Buried video's really close to done.
My video is 21 minutes.
The Buried video is like 31, I think. Which I was surprised at how long it ended up being. Because the high round strategy portion of the video isn't that long. Like the high round strategy starts very late. And then it's funny because like I feel like Zetsubo's a good example of like a lot of times I explain the high round strategy and then I have a lot of other niche cases to explain. Like, what do you do if you take it down? What do you do if this thing goes wrong? Fuck me, man. What do you do if this goes wrong? What do you do if this goes wrong? And I have a big list of like shit that can go wrong. But on Buried, it's just what do you do if you take it down?
Alright, I'm out of here.
Alright, see ya.
See ya.
Alright. Chat, it's just us now. As my opinions have been slowly changing on them, but what are your thoughts on high rounding the Chronicles versions of maps? Well, I like the Chronicles versions a lot of the time, but my honest take, every single Chronicles map is either equal to or worse than the original counterpart. No Chronicles map is better than the original. I should clarify. When I say original, I mean the BO1. Like, I think the World at War maps, some of them are better on BO3, but... Thank you for the 2 bits. There's not a lot to worry about on Buried. Like, in the sense that once you start the high round strategy, I explained thoroughly, like, hey, how do you get a new war machine? How do you replace your resonator? How do you replace your turbine? All that. And I explain all that. And then I say, okay, here's the part where I show you some footage of what the strategy looks like, and you see the footage. And then I basically go, yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know. Here's what you do if you take it down. That's it. Like, there's no other cases. And I also talk about, like, hey, here's how to prevent the error. There's very little else to talk about. Unlike Farouked, where I need to explain all the possible cases of, like, what if a zombie gets stuck in a window? What if you take it down? What if this happens? Like, unlike ZNS, where I had to explain 2 high round strategies and all of what can go wrong. Do I think Scotty and Steve are actually brothers? They are actually brothers in real life. That's confirmed.
Probably best to just leave it here for now. Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
Origins Chronicles, I think, is either equal or worse than the original version. I would say slightly worse. The mud's not bad. It's definitely worse than it is on BO2, but like, it's not hard to deal with. Overall favorite high rounded game, Black Ops 1. Do I agree that World at War Rook is kind of unnerving? What do you mean by unnerving? Yeah, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 is the movement system that I prefer. Even over Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 definitely feels more fluid in a lot of ways, but I prefer the sort of grounded, kind of, you're slow, but everything's slow. And despite that, you still feel like you're in more danger most of the time. Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, movement is a really important part of a lot of high round strategies. And there's ways to sort of like manipulate the zombies' movement in a way that's interesting, stun the zombies. Black Ops 3, it's a lot less about movement. Have I tried remapping stuff for the controller to be easier to do the BO3 movement? I have not tried that. How would that work exactly? Like, what would I remap? Remapped sprint on controller became so... Wait, where do you remap sprint to? Yeah, I will say that is kind of a nice change, being able to dolphin dive and slide. It's just that every other aspect of the games is just completely ruined. There's no need to dolphin dive on the new games. Sunny bun. Clicking the stick so much is ridiculous. Yeah, wait. What did you remap it to, though? What button? Do I know about the Raygun Mark II insta-down bug? Yeah, I do. That's just something you gotta, like, watch out for. Like, don't shoot the Mark II while you're running, or, like, when there's zombies, like, right in front of you hitting you. I don't know. I don't know what exactly causes it. I know about that, the whole, like, swap weapons to, like, cancel the cooldown on the slide. I think remapping on console depends on the console. Sprint to left bumper to put tactical grenades into left touchpad. Interesting. I don't know if I could see myself doing that. I almost threw a monkey right there. When you said left bumper was just like in my head, and I went to go take out the resonator, and I almost hit left bumper. Oh, I don't have back paddles on my controller, so that definitely, like, if I had that, I'd be maybe more willing to. Is the varied video ready? Basically, yeah. Thank you, subreddit Scares Real. Yeah, the buried video will either be out, like, tomorrow or the next day. Probably Tuesday, I'm gonna aim for. And then I want to aim for my other video that I'm working on to be out by next weekend. Do people actually use claw for zombies? I don't know anyone specifically that uses claw. Favorite round 100 maps, 1 to 3 maps. Moon Black Ops 1, Moon Black Ops 3, and Shadows. Was there a Call of Duty video, or did I dream that? Not yet. Or at least not an extensive tutorial. I have done a lot of live streams on Call of the Dead. I don't have the patience to install paddles, because I don't see myself finding a use for them that would warrant $40. Some maps need all 4 D-pad directions, very few though, as we were discussing in a previous stream. The only maps that actually use all 4 D-pad directions are Moon, Origins, or rather Moon BO3, Origins, and there was a couple others. Buried. How long did it take me to get to round 37? I'm not sure. I wonder if there was something that told me. Hey, Shez. If only there was some sort of timer. I should have used one. Oh well. Would the hypothetical Call of the Dead be the actual world record around 100 strategy, or like to around 70? I have a plan. It's probably going to end up being multiple videos where I discuss different methods. Because I'm going to talk about co-op, I'm going to talk about solo, I'm going to, you know. Tried die-res around 100, died on 31? Try again. Can you explain why using zombie counters cheating? It gives you information that you wouldn't otherwise have. Which could it can and does get used to affect your decision making. Alright, thanks for stopping in, Explosive. Yeah, you can look at the kill counter, but like, for a map like Buried, I can't look at the kill counter, so knowing exactly when the round is gonna end might change my decision making on like, do I want to get a new turbine, or do I want to kill the zombies a different way, you know. It also sort of, it makes it easier for me to save a zombie at the end of the round if that's my goal, which is not difficult, but like, I need to pay attention. I wouldn't have to pay attention. How important is getting the Mark II or War Machine for BO2 Origins high round? If you're going for the world record, it is very important. If you're just going to round 100, it's nice to have, it's really not necessary. Today your back glasses broke. That's disappointing. How did both of your sets of glasses break? What does a gun do to these zombies at this level? Every single gun, including the paralyzer, does nothing. It takes the entirety of the ammo of the Ray Gun Mark II to maybe kill a zombie, and probably it won't. Every single weapon does nothing. You gonna smoke and just watch? Nice. I'm gonna play for like another hour and change, and then I'll see how I'm feeling, and I might smoke after that. Are there any speed weapons on BO2? Yes, so the MP5, which you can find on the wall, as well as the ballistic knife and the Chicom are all speed weapons. Do I watch any anime? I do. I haven't in some time. I've just been watching other things and kind of got lazy about catching up on anime, but I do watch anime. I like a lot of slice of life stuff. Boring, I know. You're joking. Nope. Alright.
Hey, player, switch weapons.
Jeez. Have I watched House? I have watched House. What's my favorite anime? Toradora.
It's a turbine, like the one from the town.
Trade a sniper for a sniper.
All fun and games until they're right on top of you. I'm just gonna leave this here for now.
That turbine might be a little bit too far in the corner. Hopefully I don't kill myself trying to break it.
You felt it. Oh, damn, oh, good.
I also like some isekai. Like, I like Konosuba. I like ReZero. I'm not caught up on ReZero Season 3, I think, or whatever was the latest one. What's my favorite video game soundtrack? I mean, right now it's Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World has so much good music. It's fucking 12 hours of music in that game.
I think Regnal
It's kind of cheating, but like,
I wonder
it's all in the game. It's cheating because it uses a lot of music from all of the Mario games and Mario Kart games, but still.
damn, it's all your good. You got knocked right off your feet that time.
It's a banger soundtrack. And the band did an amazing job.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
See, unfortunately, I can't relate. While I do wear glasses, my glasses are a pretty light prescription. So, like, I can function mostly fine without my glasses. I could play this map without my glasses. I could drive without my glasses.
Back up.
You have job after 4 hours? What are my thoughts on the Mario and Luigi soundtracks? I don't know if I'm super familiar with that one. There's a couple zombies breaking that. Am I on PS port? No, I'm on PC.
It's a turbine, like the one from the town. I'm just gonna leave this here for now. Oh, damn, it's all you're good for. You feeling the boom?
What's my thoughts on the whole, like, on, like, C isn't sharp and whatever? I am not surprised that the ports got hacked. I'm not surprised at all. But at the same time, I feel like doxing him and, like, encouraging people to commit real-life violence against him over a video game is not the solution. I don't know if Activision is actually implementing a solution that's successful, but it sucks. You know. How long does it take to finish a round? Right now, the rounds are like 18 minutes. Do you use any digital audio workstations for my job or have any experience? No and no, unfortunately. I'm just a performer.
Probably best to just leave this here for now. You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it.
Should be close to the end of the round, like right now.
Feeling the boom?
Yep, that's round. What do I think of Sluya 102 town attempt? Hopefully he gets it. That's a nice war machine to start the round. What kind of vehicle do I have? A car?
You ain't taking me. Falling down is all you're good for.
Have I gone for mob round 200? 200 on mob? No, my highest is only round 100. Which I've done multiple times, but every time I just ended the game once I did it.
It's a turbine, like the ones in the town.
Do I think doctors are good guys? Generally, yes.
Feeling the boom?
What's your favorite Kevin Sherwood song? Did Kevin Sherwood help with Abracadabra? Probably that one.
Yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
Does ending games hurt your progress to shotguns rank?
Don't get back up.
If you end your games on a high round, no. Ending the game does count as a down, but, like, again, it's the ratio, like, it's the ratio of rounds to downs. The higher of a round you're on when you down, the less it negatively impacts you. So, end your game on a high round and it won't impact you at all, basically.
It's probably best to just leave this here for now.
Does ending the game via Easter egg count as a down? I don't know the answer to that, actually. Probably not. I think the act of hitting the end game and or the quit button does. I don't think the Easter egg counts as a down. Like on Origins, that is. Or Mob. Mob, I actually don't know. It depends if you're the one getting killed. Like on Mob of the Dead, if you're the weasel and you die, does that count as a down? I don't know. Could GTA 6 be Game of the Year? I don't know. It's very hyped right now, that's for sure. But I don't plan to play it. I don't play GTA. Is buried trample steam strat harder than die rise? I don't think so. I think die rise is harder.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up. Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up. Got knocked right off your feet that time.
I have no idea. I mean, if that's your concern, I really wouldn't worry about that too much. Just do the Easter egg.
I think Regnal Huts was
Like, again, people worry so much about, like, how do I optimize to make sure I get shotguns? Just go for high rounds and don't die. Like, that's all it takes. It's basically a system designed... Jacoby, thanks for the sub. It's basically a system designed around what the game was fundamentally designed for. Get to the highest round. And ideally do so with the fewest downs. What's my favorite Easter egg?
get back up.
To do? I like the ending of Moon's Easter egg. Probably Moon. Or Call of the Dead is fun too.
What did I just bang into? It's a turbine, like the one from the town.
Have I ever cared for the lore? I care about the lore.
You may not have seen it.
I care, like, I'm very well versed on the lore from World at War through BO4, but starting with Cold War, I just completely lost track of where the story was going. I don't know anything at all about the lore of Cold War, Black Ops 6, Black Ops 7, really.
Off your feet that time. Falling down is all you're good for.
Yes, you can go to 255 with this strat. Lore was good until World at War Verrooked. Damn, John Banana really got to you there, huh?
Got knocked right off your feet that time. You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it. Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
You gotta love World at War Verrooked having playable characters that are named, but have no distinct personalities whatsoever when you're actually playing the map. One of them is Dempsey, but, like, he doesn't have Dempsey's personality.
But I know you felt it. Falling down is all you're good for. Feeling the boom?
Yeah, before Pack-a-Punch. Pack-a-Punch ruined everything. What, you want your weapons to be stronger now? So you can hit round 100? You kidding me? This is a man's game when the weapons were weak!
It's a turbine, like the one from the town. I'm just gonna leave this here for now. Got knocked right off your feet that time. You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it. You feeling the boom?
When life was simple. What do you think is the best soda for making a float? I've never made a float in my life, so I wouldn't know how to answer that.
You feeling the boom? You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it.
Yeah, BO7 showed up and they were like, let's make the Mustang and Sally's overpowered. Favorite beer? Stella Artois. And I'll tell you why. I honestly hate most beers. Like, I don't hate Mike's Hard Lemonade, but that's because it doesn't taste like beer. Like, I do not like the taste of beer.
It's all you're good
But Stella a few years ago did a commercial where they had Jeff Bridges playing the Big Lebowski as the dude, and he was like, yeah, let me get a Stella Artois, the dude to buy. And I was like, fuck it. The dude approves. That's my beer now. And so if I have to order beer, I'll just order Stella.
You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it.
Use your own Hunter Guide for Ascension. Now you're going for Origins. They're really useful. Nice, Isaac. Glad it worked out. Draken in the SVU? Draken. Well, that's just like your opinion. He knows ball.
Bang into something. It's a turbine, like the ones in the town.
Which version of, oh, I guess FAMAS, so Black Ops 1. That, if you allow the use of traps with the 2-box challenge there, then technically that's all you need to get to, like, whatever round. Do I have a favorite movie? One of my favorite movies is the movie White Christmas. 1954, I believe. Love that movie. Another great movie is, if you've ever seen the movie Hundreds of Beavers, that I cannot recommend enough. Yeah, oh yeah, no wall weapons. That is an interesting consideration. You can knife for points. That just sounds miserably slow, though.
Probably best to just leave this here for now. You feeling the boom?
Guilty pleasure movie? A Silent Voice. The anime. Hundreds of Beavers mentioned. One of the best comedy movies released this century. Easily. One of the best comedy movies of all time. I love that they're still screening that movie.
I'm just gonna leave this here for now.
Freddy versus Jason and AVP. I've never heard of that.
Falling down is all you're good for. Falling down.
Wonder what you do if you did a 2-box challenge where you're not allowed to trade weapons at all, not even wall guns, and you can't restart either. I would play until the maximum round that the game would allow me to. Sunset music from Mario Kart World.
All you're good for.
It's campy? Camp is in, like, summer camp? Hulk 2003. I haven't seen that one. Also, for any like real movie buffs that are here, people who love The Brutalist, which came out like last year, or the year before, starring Adrian Brody. Oh, that was an amazing movie. The intermission built in is like perfect. I went to see The Brutalist in theaters, and it was great, because, like, obviously I was with my friends, so we got high beforehand. It's like an hour 40, and then there's a 15-minute intermission, and then another hour 40, and it was perfect, because it gave us exactly enough time to stroll on outside of the theater, smoke a full joint to completion, walk back in, use the bathroom, and get back to our seats, basically exactly on dime. It was almost a 4-hour movie with an intermission in the middle. Amazing movie. Chappie? I haven't heard of that either. I don't like how this video's pitching down all the music. "90 minutes of chill and jazzy music from Mario Kart World." Sure. Just hit round 50 on Classified? Nice. On the re-release of Call of the Dead, there's a weird bug. The Easter egg home will activate after you interact with 2 meteors. When you say re-release, what do you mean by re-release? I'm on plutonium, yes. Will the Barry video be posted while streaming? I don't plan to be in the middle of a live stream when I post it. But I will be posting it either tomorrow or the next day. And then I'm gonna keep playing this game. How long did it take to get to where I'm 100? It was like 6.5 hours. That's round. Oh, shit. Fuck this. Dude, the gas. Get out of here, gas. Do you think Activision would ever be dumb enough to cease and desist Plutonium? No. Well, didn't they already do that? But then Plutonium just, like, updated their terms to be like, you have to own the game legally. And that, like, works as a loophole or something. I don't know. I gotta watch out. Do I stream zombies often? I do. Very often. They're gonna break the fucking... Yeah, I was like, they're gonna break the resonator before it turns back on. To drop... So, not to drop the turbine and resonator faster, to pick them up faster. I like my blue paralyzer. I think it's a little cleaner than the green, which is kind of faint, you know? I feel like it provides just enough pop on screen. It's a custom texture that's, like, just cool enough, but also not so out there that people are like, are you cheating? Favorite map? Moon. I love that map.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up. You feeling the boom?
Some people use textures, like, I've never been a fan of retexturing the whole map. I don't understand that. Some people turn their entire buried pink. If God mode was in the settings, would I use it? Literally, that dude, man. Did you do the bank roof strat? No, that strat is very slow. Very, 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 very slow. I had a different early round strategy that I ran, where you're basically inside of the tunnel above Speed Cola. Fuck. Dude, this whole war machine was going so great. You should pap the war machine, bro. I cannot pack-a-punch the war machine because the pack-a-punch war machine will not break the turbine. And also, I already have permanent PhD. It wasn't the war machine grenades that were breaking it, or that were damaging me, it was the zombies.
Don't get back up. Got knocked right off your feet that time. Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
Breakfast for dinner, yay or nay? Oh, yay, easily.
Do yourself a
I
favor.
do breakfast for dinner all the time.
Oh, damn, oh, you're good.
That grenade went way the fuck out of the room.
It's a turbine, like the ones in the town. I'm just gonna leave this here for now. Feeling the boom?
Any advice on how to recover flow state after coming back from a break in your game? One thing that you could do, it might feel very extra to do this, but you could boot up a second instance of whatever game you're playing. Like, run the strategy in Strat Tester for 5 minutes, and then play your normal game.
Got knocked right off your feet.
But other than that, like, just talk through the steps in your head of what you need to do for the high round strategy you're doing. Even, like, if you're recording or streaming, watch the footage of the previous time you played just to really make sure that you know what you're doing.
For this earlier. I wonder why. Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up. Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up. Oh, damn, so you're good for. You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it. Feeling the boom? It's a turbine, like the ones in the town. I'm just gonna leave this here for now. Oh, damn, oh, you're good for. Got knocked right off your feet that time.
Yeah, I will say, like, it affects everyone to a certain degree, even me. On a map like this, like, I don't really take many downs on a map like this, but the time when I am the most out of my element, and often when I take the most downs is right after starting up stream or the game after having not played for a couple days. That is like the biggest time when things can go wrong. Do I think Black Ops 4 is a good game? I think it's a great game.
I think Regnal Hunt was looking for this earlier. Wonder why. Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up. Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up. Feeling the boom?
I think that Black Ops 4 aged really well. I think that there was a lot of people who saw the game on launch and said, wow, this game is very incomplete. And they were completely right to think that. Are you fucking kidding me? None of them latched on? Jeez. Look at all this time loss. Fucking hit the turbine. God. Thank you.
It's a turbine.
A lot of people saw the game on launch and said, wow, this game is like not finished. It has crashing issues. It's got so many problems. And they were right to think that. But the game in its current state is much improved and really doesn't have any of the crashing issues that it had on launch. And when you get past the perk system, it's a really fun game. It is.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up. Falling down is all you're good for.
And yeah, everything since then has been worse and worse and worse. Or I guess BO7 is slightly better than Black Ops 6, which is something, you know? But too far gone.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up. Do yourself a favor.
I would love to see a return to form, but I just am doubtful that we're ever going to get something as good as Black Ops 1 and 2 again. But who knows? Maybe Activision is going to notice, wow, more people are playing Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 than are playing Black Ops 7. More people are buying Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 than are Black Ops 7. Maybe we should design a game that is more similar to those. Maybe. And then some exec is gonna be like, nah, but let's fucking milk as much money as possible out of these stupid battle passes. Yeah, the player counts for Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 are a lot higher than Black Ops 7. I think actually a lot higher than Black Ops 6 and 7 combined. Thoughts on World at War? World at War is a good game. I think it's kind of primitive. Oh, fuck.
I know I'm a bit sneaky, but it ain't no worse than when I worked on the farm.
Shit.
Told you I'd come back. It's a turbine, like the one from the town. I'm just gonna leave this here for now. Got knocked right off your feet that time.
I like World at War, but also at the same time, zombies... It almost feels like a zombies beta. In some sense. The Black Ops 1 versions of the World at War maps are a lot more polished. But it's not World at War's fault, you know? That's just, like, the engine that they were working with at the time, and the fact that Zombies itself was never meant to be in the game at all.
Don't get back up. You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it.
I don't think that should
You may not have seen it,
be a negative for World at War. It's just,
I think Regnal Hutch was looking for
it's
this
just different.
earlier. I wonder why. Falling down is all you're good for.
Do I think it's a bad thing that BO4 launched with 4 maps? I don't think that. BO4 had an incredible amount of content on launch.
Feeling the boom? Got knocked right off your feet that time.
BO4 was presumably supposed to get a lot more DLC than it did. Because there's like at least 4 maps that are in the files but like never got finished. And there was a lot of rumors and speculation and also like things that have come out from people who were working on the game that were like, yeah, there were budget cuts. A lot of things that were supposed to be more fleshed out got scrapped. Alpha, Omega, and Tag der Toten probably shouldn't have been remakes, you know? We probably would have gotten a Great War map or something along those lines.
I'm just gonna leave this here for now. Got knocked right off your feet that time.
It is upsetting. It is disappointing. But it's not surprising when you consider that Black Ops 4 underperformed at launch. But also, again, that's their fault, because they released a game a month earlier that clearly wasn't finished. Black Ops 4 was the first Call of Duty game ever to get an October release and not a November release. And then it releases in October, and it was clearly unfinished. It was clearly not stable enough. Which sucks.
You may not have seen it, but I know you felt it. Falling down is all you're good
The Blood of the Dead cutscenes, the intro and outro, are both amazing. And it's very disappointing that we didn't get the same quality from Alpha, Omega, and Tag der Toten. Especially considering that they could have actually just been original maps and not Nuketown and Call of the Dead again.
Don't get back up.
What's the reason for hitting the box? I'm looking for a war machine. I should be right at the end of the round right now. Just about. Rounds are getting longer, though.
Feeling the boom? Feeling the boom?
It has to be a war machine. The RPG does not break the turbine. Yeah, this is the end of the round. There's not 24 zombies alive.
It's a turbine, like the ones in the town. I'm just gonna leave this here for now. Falling down is all you're good for.
Is BO3 worth trying to get into? I would say so. It's definitely a different feel compared to World at War through Black Ops 2, but it is worth. Especially just because BO3 just has so much content. Thoughts on Modern Zombies? Modern Zombies is a lot worse. The game is just too easy, is my problem. Alright, good night, Blitz. By the way, chat, I'm gonna play like 2 more rounds, probably, and then call it.
I think Regnal Hunt was looking for this earlier. I wonder why.
Oh, just joined in. Hello. Have I played any BO7? I don't really care to. I played enough BO6 to know that I would not like BO7, and I've seen more than enough gameplay to be absolutely sure that I would hate Black Ops 7. 2 more rounds is like... I'm gonna get off a little bit after midnight, for those that are in Easter time like I am. Well, yeah, the whole thing is, like, they made the zombies faster, which makes the game harder. But to counteract that, they made the player stronger. But then they made the player stronger, so to counteract that, they made the zombies hit harder. But then to counteract that, they made the player do more damage and made every weapon overpowered. But then to counteract that, they spawned in more annoying enemies, and more often. But then to counteract that, they fucking made the augments overpowered. And so what ends up happening is the player's just way too overpowered. And yeah, the zombies are more annoying too, but it effectively makes it so that the only strategies that are viable are just the cheese strats. Like, every single modern zombie strategy is just sitting in a corner spamming the Mustang and Sally's, and you never run out of ammo, because you just buy more ammo. The chip damage? What do you mean? The older games didn't need to rely on spamming enemies or making the zombies stronger to make the game harder. The game was just balanced already. The older games, there's easy maps and there's hard maps, and that in itself is a good balance. What's my favorite map of all time? Moon. A lot of people ask me that. All the time people ask me. Moon is amazing. I still feel like there's a fundamental flaw when the players have to intentionally not use many of the features that the game offers just to make it harder. Ascension is a good map. BO7 is an example of quantity over quality. And it's not even like they're giving us much quantity either, because let's talk, like, how many maps is BO7 getting that are, like, true, full, fleshed out experiences? Ashes, Astra, Totenreich, Kowakujo, and Rex Infernus, right? Those are the 5 original maps that we got. Of those, I've heard Astra's not bad. Or Ashes is not bad. Astra is bad. Kowakujo and Totenreich are alright, and I bet Rex Infernus is going to be disappointing. And then there's one map I didn't mention, which is like, how does that even, how is that count? How is that DLC? Hey Tristan, I'm doing well. How are you? Like, hey, what should we do for this third deal, or for this second DLC map? Let's make something that people, oh yeah, fucking Nuketown again. Again! Yeah, we're too lazy to do this middle one. Let's just shove something out. You're missing out on BO4, but you're not missing out on much after that. If you stopped after BO3. I feel like people tend to really gloss over Paradox Junction, because what is that? Nuketown is getting more popular than Noctur and Toten at this point. Oh yeah, it's 2 Nuketowns. It's such a stupid mechanic. Why does that exist? And why is the map so small? Why is it smaller than Alpha Omega? Paradox Junction is better than Alpha Omega, though? I don't think it is. I'm not saying Alpha Omega is a great map, but like... They're both not great, because I was gonna say, Paradox Junction strategy is just infinitely spamming Gersh devices, you know, Casimir's. And you never run out, and when you run out, you just buy more, and you never run out of resources ever. Which I guess isn't all that much better or worse than Alpha Omega's Electric Burst strategy. But still, at least the Electric Burst strategy is like, you can die. And you're not hitting the maximum round possible in 50 hours. With unlimited downs. Is there a Plutonium client for BO4? Yeah, it's called Project BO4. Why? Yeah, the fucking Blundergat? Why is the Blundergat? And why the Sundergat? What is that? Like, no Acid Gat, no Magma Gat, just the Sundergat. Completely useless weapon. So weird. Yeah, Totenreich is also very spammy. I mean, all of them are spammy. It's just what you're spamming is the real question. Also, yeah, also, like, such a weird detail, but hey guys, new enemy for Paradox Junction. It's the Radhounds. Brand new enemy, never seen before. Definitely not the Plaguehounds. Yeah, and at the end of the day, it is just dogs again. Like I'm acting like Plaguehounds were a new enemy. They're just dogs too. Ah, shit. I almost trapped myself. When is the 20th anniversary? 2028? Is that when they're gonna release the next Zombies game, presumably? Or I guess nobody will know.
Right off your feet that time.
Next Treyarch game, 2028. What's happening in 2027? Sledgehammer, or we don't know. Have you seen the Overstim custom zombies? Is it the clips I've been seeing of people on like Call of the Dead and there's fucking enemies up the wazoo and 27 perks? I've been seeing clips of that a lot on Instagram Reels, and I'm like, damn, they fucking brain rotted my zombies reels. What the fuck am I hearing? Huh. Actually, let's just do this. People have been asking for a standalone zombies game for years. The Activision doesn't like money. They would never do that. They would genuinely make more money if they released a standalone zombies game with BO1 or 2 style gameplay mechanics, and you could just fucking release every map. And just release more maps and more maps and more maps as perpetual DLC. People would keep paying for it. And you would make more money than any of these fucking battle passes. Hey, I have a question. I downloaded Strat Tester. It doesn't spawn me with perks. I can't buy any. Are you loading the Strat Tester mod on... You were talking about Black Ops 2? It doesn't enable God mode by default, but it should give you perks by default. Is it spawning you on round 100? Yeah, you gotta, go into the game settings and click on the Strat Tester settings. Skin sells more than games? If that were... Listen, if they were doing well right now, they wouldn't have released the ports. At all. Again, like, we could say, oh, they're profiting more off of Black Ops 6 and 7. If that were true, they wouldn't have released the ports. I feel like if they did it, if they released skins in the form that they did on Black Ops 2, it wouldn't be that egregious. Where it's like, hey, pay $2, $3 for a custom camo instead of the Battle Pass bullshit. Like, just sell the camos outright. But don't fucking add pay-to-win mechanics to the games themselves. Don't add gobblegums and all that crap. Just have skins. I would have paid $2 for this Paralyzer skin in 2012, you know? Just not gobblegums. Again, it's like, maybe these companies should design a game that people want to continue playing because they're fun, rather than designing a game that people want to continue to play to grind for a battle pass. Balatro doesn't have any battle pass, and yet people just keep playing the game because it's infinitely fun. And if I had a zombies game with 20 maps on it, and no DLC, I would have a lot of fun just playing, as long as they didn't make the games too easy. Yeah, of course the shareholders were on their ass, because the games aren't performing well. Yeah, there is a cat wonder weapon. I will say, points for creativity.
It's a turbine, like the one from the town. I'm just gonna leave it here for now. Feeling the boom?
I don't think that, like, compares, though. Because I feel like you're trying to say that, oh, if Activision released a single game that was so good, like, people would only want to play that game for the rest of the time and they would never do any of the new games. If that were the case, they could just keep releasing DLC for that game. That game's called League of Legends.
Probably best to just leave this here for now.
Or, better yet, you are a game company, you don't need to just release one game and never release a game again. Activision owns more than just Call of Duty. The Call of Duty franchise could be saved by releasing games less often and making them higher quality. That shouldn't affect your ability to release all of the other games that fall under the Activision umbrella. Isn't Crash Bandicoot owned by Activision now? Or something?
Do yourself a favor. Don't get back up.
And that's just one example. Like,
Feeling the boom?
alright, one more round, chat, and then I'm calling it for the night.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get
This is gonna be a long game, that's for sure. Like, if this were Black Ops 3 Moon and I was 17 hours in, I'd probably be above round 200. Or just about at round 200. Did I do marching band in high school? My high school didn't really have a marching band. Like, we did one parade per year and that was it, and then we were heavily concert band based and orchestra based. Yeah, I still have about 70 hours to go. Just over, maybe. Who's the best Victus character? Misty. When is my profile picture from? It's like 2 years ago. One of my friends is a photographer, so I had him do headshots for me, and I have some of me holding all of my instruments, not just my clarinet. Yeah, Sluya's got a lot more time and commitment than I do. I just can't handle playing for that long. Generally, more than 3 hours is kind of like, alright, that's a lot of, it's a lot of playing video games in one day. I do have a life and a job and friends and family. What all instruments I play? I play every woodwind instrument. So, clarinet family, saxophones, flute, oboe, bassoon. Not a war machine.
I'm just gonna leave this here for now.
What is my die rise round? What do you mean?
These freaks are really trying
Like my highest round?
to right off your feet that time.
Personal record. My personal best on die rise is round 114. Yeah, Sluya, is he doing this full time? I assume he is at this point, right? Playing zombies? Or is he not? I don't know. Because I'm making decent YouTube money, but, like, I'm not at a point where I'm ready to quit my job. And even if I was, I probably wouldn't want to quit my job. I just don't see myself playing video games full time. I like being able to get out there. Wonder seems to be enjoying it right now. It's working out for him. It is his full-time job. I guess that's where he sort of has a lot more freedom and being able to play town for hours and hours at a time. I just don't have, like, the physical strength to sit and play video games for 12 hours every day. I love my job. Plus, I work for myself. I make my own work hours. If I want to be a no-life, I can choose to be. I don't have to give up my job to do that. What is my job? I am a CPR and lifeguarding instructor for the American Red Cross. Train lifeguards, I train nurses, doctors, first responders, anyone who wants to get CPR certified. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it takes a lot of mental strength too. I feel good about the fact that I'm like approaching round 150, that probably the next time I stream I'm gonna hit round 150. That's cool. It's a long fucking game. A lot of people don't have the willpower to go for 255 rounds. It's about pacing yourself. Some people, like Sluya, Furret, and them, are able to just grind because they're very passionate. I love this game, but I love my body more. I love my mental health more. And that's okay, you know? I think what I want to really teach people is like, hey, if you want to get into high rounding, if you want to get into the sort of thing that I do, like this, you don't have to play for hours and hours every time you sit down, every single day. Take your time, pace yourself, prioritize your real life. Play when you can. Play for an hour a day. Play for a couple hours, then take a couple days off. You just don't have to quit when you're bored. You can just pause when you're bored. That's the real difference between, like, you want to know how to get into high rounding. If you get bored, pace yourself. Just don't quit. Just pause. But take as much time as you need. Thank you. Yeah, I try to be active with my chat. Of course, it depends what map I'm playing. Some maps, I have to be pretty focused and, like, make sure I'm not dying, so it's very involved. But I do my best to answer all the questions and interact with you guys. This map I really love because it is a map where I get to just chill, wait for this thing to do all the killing, and talk to you guys. It makes it much more bearable to pass the time, knowing that I still have 70 hours left to reach the goal that I want to reach. And there's a good chance it's probably going to take me a couple more months. Who knows? We'll see. See how much time I'm able to put in. But I'm also not the type of person that's gonna grind to make sure that I do this in under 20 days by playing 5 hours a day every single day. Like, I can't. I really can't. Any other high rounds I'm thinking after Buried? Probably, I mean, besides the high round series, which we will see what people vote for as the next map. I'm carefully considering that, like, whatever people vote for, I'm probably gonna have to do that while I'm playing Buried. As in, like, I'm gonna have to start and finish that game and then still be in the Buried game. But I really want to do, in terms of, like, long games that I want to push to, like, a world record level, I want to do BO3 Moon next. And there's a part of me that's interested in doing D-Machine again. When does this strategy stop working? It never stops working. I'm gonna do this all the way to 255. How many kills do I have? This many. The Resonator does not add kills to the scoreboard, so I'm just going to be stuck with this many for basically the rest of the game. Oh, shoot. What is the reset time on Buried? When it's optimized, it's like 130 hours, but I'm not going to have to worry about that at all, because I'm going to hit 255 at like 90 hours.
But I know you felt it. Got knocked right off your feet that time.
How did I get my PR on Die Rise? I have a great strategy guide that explains everything that you would need to know on Die Rise. It's on my channel. It's like my 3rd or 4th most recent upload. What's the world record on Buried with this strat? Round 255. Wonder's also doing Buried. I know he is. Because, well, I know he had a game where he died on round 83, and then he started up another game and he died on 56. Has he started another game since then? Do you guys know? Because I haven't kept up with, I haven't seen the last time he streamed.
One step closer. I made it.
Alright, that's enough. I think I just gotta trust it a little more, that they're gonna latch on to the turbine. Is 255 possible on other BO2 maps? Only on, what's it called? Only on Transit. No other BO2 map will likely ever see a 255. Origins record, my personal best on Black Ops 2 Origins is round 100. On Black Ops 3 Origins, it's round 121. Why isn't 255 possible on Mob? Mob is just too slow. The strategies that are available are just not fast enough that you end up hitting the reset before you would hit round 255. What is the reset? So basically, every single Zombies map has what is called a reset time. It's different on each map, but basically, if the game is open for too long, meaning, when I say open, I mean unpaused, like you are actively playing, pause time does not count. What's happening is the game is just sort of like counting the number of objects that there are on the map. And it just kind of keeps counting over and over and over and over and over and over and over again for the whole game. And when that number that it just keeps counting goes above 2,147,000,000, like 2 to the 32nd or whatever, the game just can't handle it. And so it just automatically resets you right back to round 1. Like puts you right back on the loading screen, you're back on round 1. On most maps, on Black Ops 1, it occurs at around 70 hours. Some maps are closer to 60, some maps are closer to 80. On Black Ops 2, it's around 100 hours. Buried is 130 hours. Like, Nuketown is 180 hours. Some maps are shorter, like Origins would be around 90 hours, but there's other things that end the game sooner than that. Mob of the Dead is like, I want to say it's like 105 or 110 hours, somewhere around there. I can't remember the exact number. But like basically you just can't play a game longer than that many hours. Just resets you on round 1. So the problem with Mob is the strategy is just too slow that you can't hit round 255 before you hit the reset. So we need to find a much faster strategy, but as of now, it just doesn't exist. Buried right now is the only round 255 on BO1 and 2. Darius can probably do it. It just hasn't been done. Moon can definitely do it. It just hasn't been done. Shinonuma can definitely do it. And Transit can definitely do it. But also keep in mind, Moon can go above round 255. Transit and Buried cannot. Alright, thanks for stopping in. It's WKey. Darius might be able to go above 255. I don't know. Shinonuma also probably could if you play really well. Moon, you definitely can. Would I try Moon World Record? I do want to, yes. Can the bus running over too many zombies crash your game? I believe it can, yes. You want to generally avoid that if you're going for 255. Alright, this round is about to be over. Any second now. And then I'm gonna call it a night, guys. Once the round ends. I'm probably gonna play tomorrow, starting late afternoon. Yeah, that's round. Oh, these guys are round. Did I check out Spider-Man yet? I don't plan to watch the new Spider-Man movie just because I don't really like superhero movies. What's my usual streaming schedule? I don't have a set schedule. It kind of depends on the week. I usually like to stream, like I'm in Eastern time, I usually stream like early afternoons. This is a very late stream for me compared to normal. Now, let me do this. I just want to make sure nothing goes wrong. I'm going to play till the end of this turbine. I should try to do this blindfolded. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I usually stream, like, midday, weekdays. Very rarely you'll see me do, like, a late-night stream like this. The best way to know for sure when I'm streaming is to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I appreciate that. But yeah, like I said, I will be streaming tomorrow. It's going to be a later afternoon stream, probably around 5 o'clock-ish, maybe a little later. We'll see. Eastern time, that is. All right. on that note, I'm gonna leave it here. We're gonna pick this up tomorrow. I gotta go to bed. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. Buried is always fun. I like getting to hang out with you guys and just chill and play Buried. I'm gonna figure out. We'll see what map ends up being chosen next for the series, for the high round series. I trust that the Buried video should be out either tomorrow or Tuesday. I think I'm aiming for like a Tuesday release. We'll see. Rave would be fun. I would love a Black Ops 4 map to be chosen. I think we are overdue for a Black Ops 4 map. Hold on. All right. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. Good night, everybody.